started for me, I think, like it probably starts for most people. You're in kindergarten, you're young, you're running around, your mama want to occupy you with something, so she put some paper, give you some construction paper, give you some markers. It started as a youth, and like I said, like most people start, and that's where it started for me. But I think the difference is that I never really stopped. I kept up with the art, kept up with doodling. If I was in a meeting, if I was in class, just anytime I had the opportunity to put the pen to paper or the pencil to paper, I was taking advantage of it. And I think what was really sad about it is most people don't continue to create their art. They feel like it's something, it's for children, but it's really not. And that's what CanvasxDetroit is about. I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama. I used to work in politics previously. I went to school in Nashville, so I'm a Southern boy. But after I finished school, I got into the political game, hung out there for a while, and I really felt like I wanted something more. I really wanted to do something definitely for myself. I wanted to be, I'm an independent person as it is, and so, from a business standpoint, I wanted to be independent in that way as well. Since I've been in politics, I've been keeping my eye on Detroit. I would always bump into Kwame Kilpatrick sometime at conferences, at meetings, things of that nature. And so I kept following him. That's how I got my initial interest in the city. But it never left. So I kept my eye on the city, and what I began to see over time was a lot of investment was coming to Detroit to bring in young entrepreneurs, to bring in young professionals, to bring in people to help revitalize the city. Detroit is a great city. I have visited several times. I know a lot of people from Detroit, good people. And I felt like I'd be doing myself a disservice, by not taking advantage of the opportunities that I saw brewing in the city. CanvasxDetroit was really, it kind of came out of a whole bunch of different ideas. When I moved to Detroit, I knew I wanted to start a business. And I had several ideas about the type of business that I wanted to start. And all of those ideas centered around the art, centered around creativity, centered around just being creative. Like I had all of these ideas, but then I remembered that I had participated in a painting class before and really enjoyed it. The woman that I was dating, she and I had gone and painted some pictures, and we had a really, really good time. And I thought to myself, I can do that and do it better and do it with a community aspect. I just know that when I wake up in the morning, I want to go, I want to achieve, I think about everything that I have to do, and I can't put my finger on it. Perhaps it was the way that I was raised. My family expected me to be on top of my business. When I was in school, they didn't really tolerate any B's, certainly no C's. So it was always expected of me to not only make something of myself, but to always create things for myself. For a while, I was the only child. And so I didn't necessarily have anyone to play with. So I had to find ways to entertain myself. And I think that kind of translates into business and the business mindset. I feel like when you have confidence in yourself, and when you believe in yourself, and when you know what you're capable of, you don't place limits in your mind. I don't, at least. And I definitely would encourage other people to not place limits in their mind. When you believe in what you're doing, and when you believe in your own ability, you feel inherent, like really deep inside of you. I know feeling deep inside of me that the sky is the limit. And I mean, shoot, I'll go beyond the sky. I would like to. You might catch me in space somewhere. I definitely don't place a ceiling above my head. So when as I move up and as I continue to strive and work hard, I don't feel like there's a ceiling. I feel like there's room for me to go up even more. When you have a certain expectation for yourself and when other people expect things of you, you can't help but to be driven, I think. And and I continue to be so, and I don't ever want to stop being driven. First thing is, what time is it? Because I really don't use an alarm clock. So when I wake up, I'm like, oh goodness, what time is it? Because it helps me know, all right, I have this much time to do this much time to do that. And I think that's a part of the Neverstop lifestyle.